I'm going to break down the reasons why pitch might be off in someone's singing. And after that, I'll get into some exercises that you can proactively work on to increase your pitch accuracy. There are two overwhelmingly common reasons people go off pitch. The first one we hear a lot about. It's an air issue. You need to work on your breath. So we're going to cover that. But the second one we don't hear a lot of, at least not online. The second root cause that I often see when people are going off pitch is inefficient or bad vowels, also known as placement. Bad air can translate to too much air, so something like, or translated into singing, and to demonstrate what a bad vowel would look or sound like, here it is. Here's good, and here's bad. So those are the two causes. Let's get into how we fix them. Now this is part one of an entire course on the subject of vowels, complete with exercises and all that. So if you want to stay up to date and follow through on this course, which will be uploaded progressively over the week, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the all notification bell in order to make sure you don't miss out. So vowels, also known as placement, play a massive role in singing freely. So even if your breath is fantastic, a vowel issue will hinder your ability to sing on pitch. Now I did demonstrate a bad vowel, but I didn't really explain it. So what is a bad vowel? A bad vowel is when the tongue is way too far back. So how do you know if you're using a bad vowel? And then once you know what a bad vowel is, how do you fix it? I've talked a lot about the tongue because the tongue makes vowels. It's almost exclusively responsible for vowels. While there are a lot of vowels, we're just going to focus on E, A, O, U. Okay? So this is the vowel chart, and it's one of many. Again, we're only going to be covering E, A, O, U. And what I want you to notice is that for every different vowel, the heel of the tongue goes forwards or backwards, E being the most forward and going pretty far back. Many will argue that the mouth shape is also really important in making a vowel. But the majority of people who study voice as a profession, and we're talking scientists, not voice teachers, those professionals overwhelmingly agree that the tongue is almost exclusively responsible for what we see as vowels. Probably, I suppose it wouldn't be C, it would be more like here, but you get my point. And we don't really need scientists to confirm any of this. I'll show you, and you can do this yourself as proof. While the sound changed a little bit, but because my tongue didn't change, what we hear is overwhelmingly E. When I closed it and rounded my lips a little bit, we got a little bit of E, which is I guess you can call that an umlaut. It is an umlaut as a matter of fact. But the point was that almost very like you could hear color changes, but it was still predominantly an E vowel. You could recognize it as an E vowel. So it's overwhelmingly responsible. Cool? Cool. I always feel like when I bring up like phoniatronics or scientists or try to do that, people throw the hate my way. So I want to throw in a little demo there. Anyway, the tongue makes vowels. We want efficient vowels, and efficient vowels are forward versus we also want wide versus, and you'll also want a loose tongue. So forward, wide, and loose. How do we know if it's loose? You can know if your tongue is loose by whether or not you can make a fart sound successfully. And yes, I'm serious. Nothing like good old flatulence to test something, am I right? If you can't make a fart sound while you sing, say for example like, happy birthday to you, right? If I wanted to do that, I could replace every single consonant with a fart sound. And that's a great way of testing it, if not a little silly. Forward, wide, and loose. Okay, let's get right into practicing. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make an NG sound, as in singing, okay? Because remember, we talked about the heel of the tongue staying mostly forward. NG is more forward than E, so it's going to be great to practice that. But we also want forward and wide. So what we're going to do is as we do we're going to see if we can kind of, and I mean lightly, chew our tongue. I know it sounds weird, but go And if you can chew down a little bit, gently, you should be able to chew on your tongue. It should be loose and supple. We talk about a lot of weird things as singers. This is if you're having trouble getting to the kind of the wide tongue I was talking about, try smiling inside of your mouth. I know it sounds weird, but as we covered, good singing exercises are weird. Just take a nice inhale and smile. Another thing you can do also is you can take, like I got coffee right here, and I can just, I love coffee. Take, if you don't like coffee, take something you like and just, and that's even better than the chewing or anything else because that's so natural and unforced. You can tell I'm an addict, can't you? I will eventually, in this series, in fact in the next video, provide scales and things to actually sing, but before we even get to that, these are sensations you really need to get used to. And so what I'm offering to you is something you can actually practice on your job, at your desk. You can just take a moment of mindfulness and go, well, let me smile. Let me see if I can widen my tongue while doing NG. Okay, I'm not really getting it. Let me try biting it down a little bit. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Have fun being curious. Get used to these sensations because they're essential. These are fundamentals. Oftentimes I get people coming to me and they're asking about this note and this transition, and they don't have these down pat. I've been singing for 14 years and I still work on this because singing is not complicated, it's just hard. These are essential and you need to be doing them correctly in order for anything else to work. And we just covered vowels. And yes, we'll get into the exercises. I promise you it's in the next video. So subscribe and hit the all notifications if you want to hit that next video so you can work on your vowels even better and even easier. Link down below. I have a Discord community. We share each other singing all the time, and I make unique content for that Discord where I personally answer questions. I do not make content out of the material in there because I want people to have a private, safe place to share their singing. If any of this was confusing, leave a comment down below and I will personally answer it to you. You can DM me on Instagram at Lesage Singing, same name. Twitter is at Music Lesage. I should really have promo little wipey things for this, but oh well. But again, the big one is the Discord. That's where I'm the most frequent, and I give video responses to people every week. I answer everybody's question. I don't miss a soul. So sign up for the Discord, and you will get every notification and personal help for free. It's a pretty good deal. Anyway, until next time, happy singing.